members of the media, and everyone joining us here today at the Strokes in the City Art Studio on Parliament Street. I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce those standing with me today. We have Vinzi Zul from the Footy Futsal Camp. We have Sloan Johnson from Connect Tech. We have Peter Aldrich from Outward Bound. We have Aushanti Fogo from Creative Chicks. We have Kevin Warner from Planet Math. Nikia Manders from Bermuda Dance Academy, and also Mr. Edmund Johnson from Human Designs, who is a website designer. Mr. Johnson is Bermudian, and his website allowed us to make these changes. Thank you for being here as I present an important update on the Summer Day Camp registration process. Let me begin by providing you with some background information on the government's Summer Day Camp programs. The Department of Sport and Recreation has provided government Summer Day programs each summer break for preschool, primary, and middle school age students for the last 50 years. To facilitate these programs, the department works in conjunction with the Ministry of Public Works, the Ministry of Education, and the Ministry of Health to ensure that the necessary facilities are secured and health guidelines are met. The department wants to note that each year on registration day, the department sells out of the allocated spots within minutes of online platform opening. In 2023, our enrollment after registration was 490 students, with a wait list of 511 students. The department is accustomed to these wait list numbers, as our programs are extremely popular and notably economically feasible for families at $60 per week. On average, most private camps start at $150 a week, and some can go as high as $400 per week for parents. As we approach the end of the school year, parents who cannot afford private camps will be stressed to find placements for their children. This often leads to children being left home alone for inadequate amounts of time and sometimes in inadequate conditions. To this point, the department wants to inform you of the improvements of the government's Summer Day Camp program and the steps that have been taken to alleviate the stress of parents seeking safe, affordable summer services for their children. During the postmortem of 2023 Summer Day Camp program, it was concluded that the partnering with private camp operators and offering programs at an affordable cost to parents was the proactive solution to increase camper enrollment and significantly alleviate the wait list. The initiative was presented and approved, and the necessary budget was allocated for the 24-25 fiscal year, giving hope to parents and children alike. On the 14th of May, I released Camp Connect on the Sport and Recreation website, which is www.sportsandrec.bm. That is sports with an S and rec.bm. Through this user-friendly, interactive portal, the reality of these partnerships with private educational and recreational groups has come to life. Camp Connect is your go-to hub for parents seeking comprehensive information on summer day camps and the streamlined registration process. The government has been able to increase capacity. An additional 850 spots are available over the summer break for more children to attend these camps. We have also been able to extend the time of camp duration. Camps will be available from July 1st to September 6th this year. The duration will vary between camps, so it is important that you visit the website for availability. And we've also been able to expand the variety. A broad section of camp types is now available, ensuring diverse and dynamic experiences. Users can navigate by category of interest or by the zone of the island that they live in. On Monday, May 20th, at 9:30 a.m. sharp, the registration link for Camp Connect will go live. All camps on the portal will remain at last year's rate of $60 per week per child. Online payments can only be made once your registration has been approved. Parents and guardians are encouraged to register online by visiting www.sportsandrec.bm to learn more about each camp and decide which experiences they want their child to enjoy this summer. Camp Connect ensures parents planning their children's summer adventures is convenient and hassle-free. So, we encourage everyone to visit the website, www.sportsandrec.bm, before registration on Monday to learn more about each camp and decide which experiences you would like your child to enjoy this summer. Thank you. Good morning.
It's great to hear the news that it's been expanded. As a parent, it's quite a stressful day as you're waiting to register. So my math's not great. Is there still anticipated to be any wait list based on last year's figures, say?
We do anticipate that, with the popularity of our camps, with these camp providers that have come on board, it even expands the excitement around our Summer Day program. So I do anticipate that there will be a wait list, but it will be significantly less than in years past.
So the wait list was about 500?
Yeah, the wait list was more individuals on the wait list than we were able to accommodate, yes.
Yeah. So can you give a ballpark? If there is a wait list, can you say, okay, maybe we can try and expand further or accommodate, or is this the final?
But what we will do is we will look at budget allocations going forward, and we will make adjustments if necessary. A lot of times, and I will say this, parents will go on the website. There might be some duplications, so it takes us a few days after the registration closes to see, oh, well, we see that this individual has been registered by their mother and their father. So we'll figure that out, clean up that, and then you will notice that the wait list may start at one particular number on Monday at noon, and by Friday, it may be significantly reduced, and those are some of the reasons why.
And based on the figures that we have from last year, what would that wait list look like if we had the same amount of applications?
It's difficult to say, because I would probably venture to say that with what we've done, expanding the offerings, given different activities, we may see individuals that would not have ordinarily signed up looking to be a part of our program this year.
For the sake of argument, let's say the same amount as last year apply, regardless.
By simply the math, I guess, the numbers that I read out, the wait list should be reduced by more than half.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the government runs another camp, or there's a separate department that does other camps, government camps as well. That's still running?
Yeah, absolutely. The Ministry of Youth, Social Development and Seniors runs summer day programs. And they have already opened their registration, and those would be the come under the community clubs, which, as you rightly said, come under a separate ministry.
Yeah. So that's existing on top of this.
Absolutely,
this
yes.
Thing. Okay.
Yes, they are still
when
operational.
parents do register on Monday at 9:30 on the dot, does that guarantee them a place, or do you have to pay before you get guaranteed?
Well, as was stated, this is just the registration process. There are some times, we do have some situations where if you registered, it says, congratulations, you have been registered for Camp Bermuda Dance Academy, per se. Please, send in your payment. And some people at that time may say, oh, thank you, I no longer want that spot, and we'll start going through the wait list. So you do not pay when you register, you pay once you've been allotted a space.
Okay, so when you register, you're not necessarily guaranteed to get the spot, or you are?
Once you register,
Yeah.
if there is a space available, we will confirm your registration. Once we confirm your registration, you will get a separate email. And once you get that email, you say, yes, confirm, and then we will move into payment details. Most camps are operated like that.
Okay. And the price point is quite low. Is that the same as the existing government one?
$60, it was $60 last year. We have not moved the price, and it will remain as such.
Okay, and just last question. How did the government decide on which programs to include in the camp? What process did you
It's a very good question. Thank you, Sarah. The way we did it is, you heard me mention the Camp Expo that we first had. So what the Department of Sport and Recreation has been doing for some years now is in advance of summer, when parents are thinking, well, what can my child do this summer? We offered the private camps to come to an expo, I think it was around February, and say, well, listen, come, lay out your table, give your flyers, add people to your list, and see what we have to offer. Now, I, as a parent, went to that expo, and many of the camp providers behind me were at the expo, and I actually had my children with me. And I was able to say, well, do you like this one? Oh, yes, I love that one. We sign up and this, that, and the other. So when we then went forward as to putting this initiative, we actually reached out to the individuals that came to the expo first and said, hey, you came to our expo, would you like to be part of this program and this initiative? And we're happy that some of them that said yes are standing with me today. There are others that are part of this program that may not be here today. But I want to thank them again publicly for making their camps available.
Okay, great. And is that expo something that you're looking to do every year?
We've done it for the last couple of years, and we will continue to do so, and hopefully expand it as well.
So this, it could change from year to year?
Oh, absolutely. I would hope that there are camps that may be listening in today that say, oh, wow, I want to be a part of this. They sign up for the expo next year, and hopefully our list continues to expand as years go on.
Okay, last question. It's cost of living is difficult at the time. That even if there's, say, 100 people on that wait list, will the government consider next year, expanding further?
Absolutely. We always do a post-mortem. As you saw, we did a post-mortem last year. Once you see the numbers of individuals that we could not accommodate, it was heartbreaking. So we went back, and the cabinet made some decisions that these social programs was something that we were going to invest in. And we're very happy to announce this. And since, I think a press release may have ran out a couple of days ago, the feedback in the community has been overwhelming. This has been something that individuals have been looking for in these three areas that we've looked to solve and fix.
That's great. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. That concludes our press conference today.
I'd like to say one other thing, if I can. I'd just like to highlight this. There was some discussion that the website that we were using was not Bermudian-based. And I'm happy and proud that Mr. Johnson has come on board, and he has come here today to prove that collectively as a community, we can work to bring greater relief to the community. Thank you.